Dee, good afternoon. Please unmute yourself. All right, everyone, we will get started with Diana Taurasi, who is now a 5-time Olympian. Go ahead and start taking questions, and we'll start off with Jeff Metcalf.
Hello, good to see you again. It's been a while. Can you just give us an update on your health going into this week, and then just what this opportunity means to be finally a 5-timer now and be doing this with Sue?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better. Obviously, it was a bit of a freak injury, but tomorrow's 4 weeks, and I get a CT scan, and that should be good news. And then hopefully get back on the court Sunday. That's the plan. And then as far as being named to a 5th Olympics, especially with Sue, it's just a great honor. It just makes you really appreciate all the people that have helped you. Everyone in USA Basketball that after being around for 20 years now, it's like a big family. So just really excited about the roster, excited about the opportunity to go and compete.
Doug, you're up next.
Hey, Dee, always good to see you.
Hey, Dougie.
So I'm curious. I mean, you get the what is it like to get that call for a 5th time and say, hey, you're part of our Olympic team again?
It's still very special. I've never taken being on the Olympic team for granted. It's always definitely an honor. And it's something I take very serious. It's something that I've dedicated my whole basketball career to, and I've always made it a concerted effort to be on the Olympic team if I'm chosen, be available to camps and world championships and different college tours. So it's something that is on the forefront of my basketball career. So getting that phone call from Carol, who's been through every single step of my career, it's a special moment.
Thanks, Dee.
Takashi Shibata.
Hello, thank you for your time, Diana. My name is Takeshi Shibata from Tokyo, Japan. So, congratulations on being selected as a national team. And my question is, how much do you know about our team Japan? Because you have to play. You're gonna play our team. So, what do you know about our team?
Oh, I know a lot about the Japanese national team. It's one of my favorite teams to watch play. I'm good friends with Shin, who's a Japanese icon, and she played here in Phoenix with me for a couple years. And I'm pretty good friends with the head coach Hogue. He was here in Phoenix when Corey Gaines was the head coach. So I just really enjoy watching their style of play. They get up and down. They shoot a lot of threes. They're very hard to guard, and they play with a certain flair that when you're playing against them, it's not too fun. But when you get to watch them, they play with this fluidity, and everyone can shoot, everyone can pass. It's really incredible what they've built over the last couple tournaments and couple competitions where they're just one of the teams that when you face them, you're in for a very difficult matchup.
Thank you so much.
And next up, we have Brian Munoz from the USA Today.
Thank you so much, Diana. My question to you is, this is your 5th time at the Olympics, but this year is a little different than all the other times. And, a big component of that being not having your family there. What does that look like for you, looking ahead to the Olympics and that experience and it being different than the other 4 times?
Yeah, it'll be very different. I think a lot of the other countries are used to that, being in the village. And, we kind of go a different route where we're able to stay out of the village, and our friends and family are, pretty much stay with us the whole tournament. So it will be different, but I think that's the beauty of the Olympics. You're going to have to really rely on your teammates and the organization. And I think USA Basketball always does a great job of putting us in the best position to just worry about, playing basketball and competing for a gold medal. So, obviously we would, love for our families to be there to be able to watch and support us, but it'll be a different type of Olympics. But when it comes down to it, you're there to compete and do your job.
Thank you. And next we'll go to Pepper Persley.
Hey GT, it's great
Hey,
to
Pep.
see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I know you were able to play with Coach Staley, or at that point just Don Staley, before in the Olympics. So can you just talk about now having her coaching you?
The first time I actually played in the Olympics in 2004, Dawn was our starting point guard, and I just learned so much from watching her, the way she led the team, how she went about her business preparing for each game and making sure everyone was ready to go, every practice, every shoot around. And I think when you talk about Dawn and now you see her as a coach, leadership and confidence are the first two things that come to mind. Is she has a certain confidence in her players, and she lets you lead by example or by any means. And, I think that's why she's been such a successful coach on every level. And, Dawn's just a special person. I don't think there's any better person to lead us, into Tokyo.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pepper. Now Adam Betts with the Journal Inquirer.
Hey Diana, congratulations. Looking back over your career, did you ever think you'd make it to 5 Olympic teams? I mean, not many basketball players have gotten to say they can do that.
I mean, it's a long journey. And I was talking to Skylar a little bit today, and, she was talking about how it's her first, and, she was like, man, you've been to 5. And, my mindset's always been like, each one is one for me. Each one is just, I feel like it's my first one. That's how I treat it. I go in there with, this naivety of, enjoying every single moment, competing in every single game like it's my last one. And, I guess when you look back on it, just that mindset of taking a day, an Olympics at a time, kind of builds up to a career of, now going into my 5th one. But, I think when I hang them up, I'll have a better understanding of what 5 means.
And next we've got Christos Saltis from Greece.
Hello, Diana. Congratulations about your 5th Olympic Games.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you, what kind of inspiration for you is to play in the Olympic Games to represent your country? And what was your favorite Olympic game moment?
Yeah, I mean, playing in the Olympics is just the ultimate honor. I mean, whenever you get to put on, the USA jersey or, whatever jersey, whatever flag you represent. I mean, you represent everyone in your country that plays basketball. And I always say this, whether you play at the YMCA, whether you play, junior basketball, I feel like it's a heavy responsibility to go out there and represent our country, with respect in the right way. And, my favorite Olympics, I always say, is 2004 Athens, Greece. It was my first one. It was the first time I got to, be on the Olympic team, and, just beautiful country with beautiful weather, beautiful food, and a beautiful gold medal.
And we have a follow-up from Jeff Metcalf.
Were you worried at all that this injury might take you out of this Olympics? How much concern was there? And then what does it mean just to do this with Skylar and Brittany?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, whenever you get injured and you start looking at the calendar and the time crunch and seeing when you'll be back, and there was a little bit of I guess, anxiety. But then when I really sat down and talked to the trainers and saw the path, I was going to be back way before the Olympics and before we got together and have some time on the court and get some games under my belt. And then we have a nice, 10-day, 14-day stretch with the Olympic team to train and kind of, get all on the same page. And just what a wonderful thing to be able to go with 2 of your teammates, 2 people that you spent the whole year with so far. And I mean, BG and Skylar have played amazing, and, no one deserves it more. So I'm super excited for them, and I'm sure they are too.
Thank you. And next up, we'll go to Christina Williams with Girls Talk Sports TV.
Hey, DT, congrats on making your 5th Olympic team. Can you just share one of your most memorable moments from the Olympics? And also, the Olympic team will be facing the WNBA All-Stars this year. Can you just talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, that WNBA All-Star game is always a funny one, right? Where you get, a collection of 24 of the best players. And, I think we've done it a couple times before, and it's always been a great game. It's always been very challenging and competitive, and this one will be no different. So that's always an interesting event. And memorable moments. I've just had so many great moments, that I've gotten to share with, obviously Coach Ariema and Sue and, my family being able to be at some Olympics and watching. And, like I said, when I was a little kid, that 96 Olympics team was, when I got to watch them play in the Olympics with the jersey on, something that gave me a lot of motivation and a lot of things to look forward to. So, each Olympics has had some amazing moments.
And we've got Alexa from the Hartford Current next.
Hi, Diana. Congratulations on being named to the Olympic team. I'm just curious what you think you've learned over the years just about what it takes to lead a younger group of players, not just being a veteran yourself and having more of that responsibility on your shoulders, but what it takes to get those first timers, especially this year, having, I believe, 6 first-time Olympians on the team to go with the 6 more experienced ones who've been there before and done all that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can say and talk about, but at the end of the day, you have to have confidence in their game and confidence that they're there for a reason, and they have to have that confidence also. And I just kind of can go back in my memory in the way that Lisa and Tina and Don treated me in 2004 in Athens when I was a first-time Olympian, and the confidence they instilled in me, knowing that I could go out there and help the team when I was called upon. And I think, the first-timers, they're going to get a little taste of it early. And then once we're there, you're there for a reason, and you're there to compete and help the team. So I think leading by example sometimes is the best remedy.
And next we've got Josh Weinfuss. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped Raphael Haynes. I apologize. Raphael, go ahead. And then we'll go to Josh.
That's okay. Hello, Diana. How are you doing? This is Raphael Haynes with the 3-point conversion. Good to see you. So I wanted to ask you, just with the Olympics, your 5th time going, you talked about playing with Sue, but knowing that most of these players are your competitors during the season, but just being able to play with them, can you talk about that camaraderie and just the fun of it and what makes it special?
Yeah, it's really an amazing situation where we're competing against each other, obviously the WNBA, overseas. And then just like that, you're all on the same team working towards the same goal. And I think we've had the ability to just make that switch so quickly when we get together with the national team, because we know it's just bigger than us. It's bigger than, your game. It's bigger than what you think you mean to the team. It's really a collective effort to win a gold medal. And we talk about all the time, no one remembers who the leading rebounder is, the leading scorer. No one really cares. Everyone's just worried about going out there, competing, playing at the highest level and winning a gold medal. And that mentality is just, it's instilled from you at an early age when you play with USA basketball.
And now, Josh, it's your turn. Sorry about that. Josh Weinfuss.
Hey, Diana, how are you? 2-parter for you. How will the injury affect your lead up to the Olympics? Are you going to still be able to train as much as normal? And then once you're there, do you think you'll be at 100% for the games?
Yeah, I've been going for the last 2 weeks on court and lifting. I haven't been able to do any contact stuff, obviously with the fractured sternum. Contact is probably the last thing on the list, but I think I'll be fine. This is a big week for me, just as far as, getting some, being medically cleared and be able to go 5-on-5 and have some contact. And then, there's a good 6 or 7 WNBA games leading up to getting together with the Olympic team. So I feel like I'll be 100% as soon as possible, which is the goal.
Nick Hamilton with Nightcast Media. And then I think we've got time for maybe one more before Brittany comes in.
Hey, Diana, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. Congratulations, first and foremost, on making the Olympic team. I wanted to ask you, you talked about your first time in 2004 in Greece, but what did you learn from that time to now about yourself and yourself as a basketball player?
Yeah, one, I learned nothing is promised. Circumstances sometimes dictate where you go as a basketball player, but the one thing that I know is the work that you put in, no one can take away. And, and these moments are bittersweet when you announce national teams. You have, a lot of players that are in contention to be on the Olympic team, and, they're hard decisions. So I don't take anything for granted, whether it's your first one or your fifth one. You got to have grace, and you got to really make sure you understand the responsibility that comes with being on the Olympic team. And I think as the years have gone by and the Olympics have gone by, that responsibility, that sense of urgency is just heightened in every single one of them.
And our final question will be from Megan Price with Sideline Sports. I apologize, we have more questions than we have time.
Megan Price with Sideline Sports and Sports Arena. Can you talk about, is there anyone new to the team that you're looking forward to playing with in particular?
Well, I mean, I've actually, been in training camp with a lot of these girls and, played against and with them. It's just always exciting to see how this team comes together. Every single one has its own identity. No two teams are ever the same. And obviously with Don and the coaching staff, seeing, what style of play we're going to try to execute. We have a lot of newcomers, which will be great to integrate them into what we want to do. So, there's a couple players that, I'm excited to see how they do and how they integrate. So I think each person brings a different flavor to the team, and we'll see how it ends up.
Awesome. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Diana. We really appreciate you taking time out for us
No
today.
problem. Bye, guys. Bye, Caroline.
Bye.